Hello, I haven't done a video in quite a long time, but I have a very nice question today. I just had a mock interview, and this was one of the questions I was asked, and I really liked the way I did it, and I wanted to share how I did it. So the question is, what is larger, 8 factorial to the power of 1 over 8, or 9 factorial to the power of 1 over 9? Now, the way I approach this question is to start with the hypothesis. So what I said is that 9 factorial to the power of 1 over 9 is larger than 8 factorial to the power of 1 over 8. Now, this inequality sign does not matter. The reason it's here is because if I'm correct with this and I keep on manipulating until I get something I can see that is clearly true or not, and if it is true, then my hypothesis is correct. However, if I reach a contradiction, then I know that this is not true, and therefore this will be true. So, if my hypothesis, which is this statement here, if it's true, then original statement is correct. And I'll call this original statement H. If it's false and I reach a contradiction, then H is not true, and therefore 9 factorial to the 1 over 9 is less than 8 factorial to the 1 over 8. And here is quite the opposite. So I hope that makes sense. So if I move this out the way, uh, okay. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to raise everything to the power of 9. So here I will have 9 factorial to the 1 over 9 to the power of 9 times, is larger than 8 factorial to the 1 over 8 to the power of 9. This just simplifies to 9 factorial, which is larger than 8 factorial to the power of 9 over 8. Next thing I'm going to do is to raise everything to the power of 8. So now I have 9 factorial to the power of 8 is larger than 8 factorial to the power of 8. This simplifies to 9 factorial to the 8, which is larger than 8 factorial to the 9. Now, I can write 9 factorial as 9 times 8 factorial. The definition of something like n factorial is n times n minus 1 times n minus 2 times all the other integers that come before it until 1. So, I can rewrite this as 9 times 8 factorial to the power of 8 is larger than 8 factorial to the 9. Now I can carry on and I can say the following. I can make the following statement if it lets me write. Okay, 9 to the 8, so I'm just distributing the powers. And now I'm going to divide both sides by 8 factorial to the power of 8. Now this leaves me with 9 to the 8 is larger than 8 factorial. Now, is this true? Yes, this is clearly true because 9 to the 8 is a humongous number and 8 factorial is nowhere close to this. Therefore, I can say that confidently 9 factorial to the power of 1 over 9 is larger than 8 factorial to the power of 1 over 8. So my hypothesis is true, therefore this statement is Correct. Now, this is a part of a family of interview questions. Usually, you have like things like with logs. I can try find one right now on the MAT that I kind of remember of. Like you have a bunch of logs with different bases and um, different outcomes, and you have to kind of find which one is the largest. And I think one of the strategies that's always advised to use is to kind of assume like one is larger than the other and then manipulate both sides, kind of like I did here, like raising both sides to the same power so you can cancel out the square roots. And then if you reach a contradiction, you know your original statement is wrong. If you don't reach a contradiction, you know that whatever you assume to be correct is true. And therefore, yeah, this is how you would approach a question like this. I really enjoy this question. I did it quite quickly, and I'm quite proud of that. But I know I can understand why this might not come very naturally to other people. Well, it was a very nice question. Some of you might find it way too easy. I personally enjoyed it, and I think that's what matters. Thank you.